Good morning, folks. This is Darth Rabbit 07 coming to you again today with another quick touch-up review of the Top Gun Crossover Maverick figure that I got last week. And while I was looking at that old video review, I noticed that it was really like hard focusing and blurry. So I decided to put some panel lines on it, and it's actually looking like it's sticking better to the whole deal today. I was getting ready to do my route for work, and had a couple minutes just to kind of give you the touch up. Definitely helps make all the little notches and niches, pop amongst the other stuff of where it looks roughed up as a fighter. But I still think that this thing deserves a little bit more justice, a revision definitely before the release of Top Gun. And I think it was supposed to be released at the end of next year, but then now it's been pushed back even further to December 2021. And it's a fun figure for me because I grew up in the 80s, and it does look a little bit like Jetfire back in the day. And none of this was painted at all or had the panel line in at all, and it was really just coming across. It's done in the same white plastic that the ape face was done in, and a lot of folks were upset about that. And it's the same soapy whitewash. And I might end up even repainting this guy again, or redoing this again. I did put some details to the guns, and it makes it pop a little bit better. Then it still looks kind of cheap after I've done the paint job on the ends of the shotguns there for underneath. Let me get this guy into his jet mode. We'll show it off again with some more quick thoughts there. Quick little summation of my touch up on this. I naturally like this, but I think that ultimately if they do revise this, the robot mode needs a little bit of a waist articulation, and then they could do that with this the same mold or whatever and revise it. And or also the same thing, in the plane mode, it needs landing gear for the rear, and this is right along the lines of where the landing gear would need to be. A quick fix would be a 5mm post and some wheels that would just switch on instead of these guys. But I like to still see these guys attached and have some landing gear incorporated into a compartment on the leg there. And I just feel like then that would be true justice serve the F-14 Tomcat and Maverick crossover to the fullest extent. Anyway, let me get this, like I said, it's back in the jet mode. We'll take a look at that and see how it looks there. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't done so below, please subscribe to the channel down in the description there, and click the comments and like button if you could. It goes a long way to help the channel grow. Also, if you have some and you want to help the channel grow even more, I have a Patreon that I'm going to start doing my top 10s and some other fun stuff on that, and hopefully promote that better off and get that going. Thanks again for everyone who has subscribed. One moment, please. And here is the F-14 Tomcat back in its jet mode from the transformation, and with the panel lining, and just it hides those transformation joints even further. What this does good above all other jet formers and any kind of continuity is it does nail the F-14's aesthetic down pat. And let me turn around the side here, minus the landing gear. It looks like an F-14 from this angle. It looks like an F-14 from this angle, and it just looks really awesome. I love that they kept the sweep wing features there, and it looks like F-14 from that. And when you turn it over, it still looks like an F-14, so you got some arms tucked up underneath there, and that's just a look of the detail that I've got on there with just the panel lines being inked out. And I did a little bit of erasing along the way to keep the heavy away from it, but it's still even in this light, it looks like the wings are really even though it looks thin, it feels durable in the hand, and the way that light passes through can make some collectors nervous. But I mean, if you're a fan of Top Gun, I really do love this thing. I think it should be revisited again one more time before the release of the new Maverick movie. So to do a revision 2 of this, and if you need to make it a Hasbro Postal exclusive, that's fine or whatever. But those landing gear are sorely missed, and I'd like to see the actual landing gear be able to be rolled with something as high end as this, and have rolling landing gear right there where it belongs. As every model I've looked at has had the landing gear popping out of the fuselage and coming down, but like they could be a creative feature with even the shotgun, because only half of the shotgun is the shotgun piece, but then like on the back end piece it could be a landing gear feature where you simply twist the whole thing over with a 5mm peg, and you twist the landing gear back into place there, and you have a little rolling wheels. It goes a long way to help further that along. And also another thing I've seen is that these peg holes for the flight stand, this is way too far back on it, and then I don't know about the other one there, but seeing some people doing the flight stands and what have you. And anyway, I absolutely love this jet mode. I just want the landing gear, and then I feel like it's due for something as high end as Top Gun. But anyway, that's just my thoughts and my hopeful improvements on a mold that, while it's not perfect, I still have had a lot of fun with this in the last week, even through the pain of doing the detailing like I have. I mean, it's still a lot of fun to have this in hand. And actually, I love that they retain the sweep wing feature where it can sweep back into supersonic and or do those awesome banks like it did in the movie and stuff. And anyway, that's just my addendum video, or addition to it's great in jet mode, guys, and its only downfall there is the rear landing gear not being there. And I just wanted to, I'm hoping that this will make it to some Hasbro marketing and or somebody that matters there, and we do before the movie comes out, we can get that on the shelves with coincide with the movie, along with there's an F-18 Hornet jet mode, and then there's other stuff. I mean, I'd like to see Maverick in his F-18, and I'd like to see Maverick back in this thing, redone, repolished, and all the jets with the jets have rolling retractable landing gear of some sort, and added into that awesome transformation stuff that goes along with a crossover. I'm a huge fan of these. This is definitely going to it's going on the shelf next to my Ghostbusters mashup, and I might do another paint job. And I love it. You have all the little details here with Lieutenant Pete Mitchell Maverick right there, and his partner is Nick Bradshaw Goose. I love those tampos on there. I just feel like that we could do this a little bit better justice in honor of Top Gun. It's like a huge thing from back in the day, and just want to see it done, you know, the proper justice. So anyhow, that's just, like I said, my thoughts. Comment below, let me know what you guys think, or is this just wasting too much time on an okay mold? I just want to make it better, and hopefully, like I said, this will help make it better for like when the release comes, and then we get more jets with more renditions of the other characters, possibly, you know, other helmets like with the F-18s and the other planes and that kind of thing that we see in that movie. And I'm looking very hugely forward to seeing that on the big screen. And I'm glad I got this for right now, because this scratches something I don't know that I didn't know was there. Like, I always wanted Starscream to be a version of this, and or, you know, see a G.I. Joe Sky Striker with Ace, the pilot, robot mode, you know. I just think there's a lot of possibilities with this mold, with some revisions, the proper landing gear, and what have you. All right, until all are one, guys, have a great day. Take care.